Social proof is an immensely powerful technique because what you're doing at the end of the day is you're taking the case of somebody who already bought or already done your ask, and you're illustrating in the next target's mind how it is to have already done it. And this brings with it a lot of authority and a lot of power.
You probably already know that social proof is one of the most frequent, but also one of the most natural tools for authority. Showing validation by others immediately projects you as somebody who is desired, with authority and competence. This technique overlaps with displayed authority in some cases, where third parties are introducing you, singing your praises, talking about results obtained with you. In fact, this can be considered a type of displayed authority, and possibly the most effective one at that. There are usually common methods for social proof: testimonials, referrals, recommendations, introductions, associations with a person. One important thing to take into account is that social proof works infinitely better when the person providing the proof is similar to the person you want to convince. If you're trying to sell a service to chief marketing officers, for example, then testimonials from random people are going to work in an average manner. Testimonials from other executives are going to be better, but testimonials from other CMOs in particular will be your best bet. The person wants validation from, quote unquote, another me. Besides just actually obtaining validation from people, there are two more advanced techniques that you can use to accelerate social proof. The first is the qualified if. What you do here is simply illustrate a situation where you have too much demand and are not available. For example, if I'm not free, book a call using this number. Or if there are no free slots on my calendar, please reach out to my assistant. What this does is illustrate the scenario of you being too busy and validated in the person's mind, even if it never actually happens, or if there is a low probability for it. The second is confirmatory gratefulness. This is when you state gratefulness for people that have chosen you, supported you, or already did what you asked. This shows the target an example of somebody that already did what you sold or positioned. For example, airlines saying at the end of a trip, "Thank you for flying with us," or advertisements saying, "Thank you all for the positive referrals." What this does is, it illustrates the case of somebody having already bought or done what you ask them to, and validates you by showing people who already did it. What are some do's and don'ts of using social proof? Do exclude social proof that is not relevant. Have you ever come across one of those testimonials that is generic with no life, and you can immediately guess that the person was forced to do it? Don't have any of those, please, and do exclude them. They will dilute the value of real testimonials, and they'll just look bad. Don'ts. Don't rely on social proof alone. Some people are immune to it, as you will be if you're trained in counter negotiation. For people who are immune to it, have something else up your sleeve. One of the other techniques in this course, for example.
So as we just saw, social proof is immensely powerful because what you're doing is you're taking an example of what it is to have already bought from you or already chosen your value proposition, and you're illustrating that in the next target's mind. Whether you use it in its base version or with the two specific manifestations, it's immensely powerful.